Hello again. It's time for us to do conflict resolution tool number 4. Don't believe every story your mind tells you. One unanswered text, one short email, one missed greeting, someone walks past you without speaking, a meeting invitation doesn't include your name, and all of a sudden, your mind starts filling in the blanks. We fill in gaps so wonderfully that our emotions even follow those stories that we begin to tell ourselves. We start to ask, are they upset with us? Are they ignoring me? They don't respect me. They don't believe I should be here. They don't want to talk to me. I must have done something wrong. Or why is it that I'm not living up to their standard? The truth is, we often react to the story we've created in our minds, not to what has actually happened. Most conflict doesn't begin with bad intentions, it begins with assumptions. Our brains naturally try to make sense of incomplete information. Period. We fill in gaps. But when we assume motives without seeking clarity, we risk creating misunderstandings that never needed to exist at all. When that happens, that's our fault. We have to pause for a moment and think about what is actually being said. That's why one of the healthiest habits you can develop is learning to separate facts from stories. Facts tell us what happened. Stories tell us what we think happened, what we believe would have happened, what we think may have happened. Facts tell us what has happened. There's a big difference there. That's why I teach the stop assumption check. That is another framework. Let me share it with you. It's a practical tool that helps you slow down, challenge your assumptions, and replace defensiveness with curiosity. So let's start. The S, separate facts from your story. Ask yourself, what do I actually know? And what assumptions am I making? Do those things align? The T, test your thinking. Could there be another explanation besides the one that immediately popped into my head? Am I interpreting facts or filling in blanks? Those can be dangerous when you play on that line. Always make sure that you're interpreting what facts are and not filling in blanks. The O in stop is open the conversation. Instead of saying you ignored me, try saying I noticed you didn't respond. Is everything okay? Think about just how that little shift in the question, a little shift in the conversation changes the tone. And finally, the P in stop, proceed with curiosity. We've talked about curiosity this week, and I want to stay there for a second. Choose questions over conclusions. Don't make assumptions. Ask questions. Ask, can you help me understand that better? Ask, what was your perspective when you shared that? Tell me from what perspective you were coming. Is there something I may have misunderstood? When you replace assumptions with curiosity, we create space for understanding instead of unnecessary conflict. Curiosity lowers your defenses. Assumptions raise them. We can fill in gaps all day. We're amazing storytellers. So what I'm going to ask is that you pause and that you not fall to the assumptions that automatically pop into your head. Before reacting to something that bothers you today, I'm going to ask you to pause and ask yourself, am I responding to facts or to the story I've created? You may discover that the conversation and the relationship changes the moment you choose curiosity over uncertain certainty. So here's the question for you today. Have you ever discovered that the story you told yourself was completely different from what was actually true? How did you manage that? Did it require an apology? Did it require you to retract something that you said? If it did, have you fixed that? If not, that's something that I'm challenging you to do. We'll talk soon. Thank you.